and a warm welcome to Match of the Day, back once again on Saturday night. And as you know, the new Canon League season started this afternoon and provided us with two magnificent First Division matches. Later you'll see front-runners for honours Manchester United against promoted champions of the Second Division, Queen's Park Rangers. Your commentator at that match is Alan Parry.
Well, don't try telling anyone here that football's come back too soon. It's a fine day. There's a crowd of around 50,000 with real optimism for the season ahead. What better place could there be on the opening day?
Top of our bill is Aston Villa versus West Bromwich Albion. Nearly 30,000 people watched the game, paying £69,000, and what marvellous value for money it turned out to be. At Villa Park, John Motson.
A change of colours for Ken McNaught, who plays for West Brom against his old club Aston Villa just 4 days after his transfer. And it's also a debut for Villa's Steve McMahon, who was signed from Everton in the summer and who was 22 years old last Saturday. His presence is particularly welcome because Gordon Cowans has broken his leg. Villa are also without Des Bremner and Tony Morley through injury. McNaught's replacement is Brendan Ormsby, who didn't appear in Villa's league side at all last season, and he partners the new team captain, Alan Evans. West Brom are minus Derek Statham and Ali Robertson, both suspended, and without Brendan Batson and Steve McKenzie, who still lack match practice after recovering from long injuries. So it's sunshine and shirt sleeves here. Aston Villa playing from left to right, both teams in a brand new strip, and a word of commendation to the Villa ground staff, who've got this pitch looking back towards its best after some damage done here during a pop concert when some 9,000 people were jumping up and down on the ground to the strains of Duran Duran. And the foul by Evans on Regis. Again, McNaught was making his presence felt. This is Regis. Martin Joel. Oh, and Cross was in there, and so too was Zondervan. Romeo Zondervan, the goal scorer. And Albion take the lead after 5 minutes. It was well taken too. McNaught initially competing for the free kick, then Regis out on the right. Joel getting involved, and his fellow Dutchman Zondervan finishing with a fine shot. So Aston Villa, who've lost at home on the opening day of the season for the last 2 years, go a goal behind here. Gibson. Shaw hustled off the ball, and Regis with Zondervan going to his right. Would appear to have started with a little bit more determination than Aston Villa. Arms round the neck, Bennett on with. And Albion have pulled everybody back to defend. Mortimer to Gibson. Oh, and Alan Evans was there. The new Villa captain equalises with a good header. So Villa reply from a free kick, having gone behind that way. And interesting the way the other Villa forwards and players took the Albion defenders away, leaving Evans with a clear header. Williams. Forward by Evans. And Shaw shakes off McNaught and finds Walters, who turned well. Oh, it's gone straight through Barron. Well, Paul Barron will be most disappointed with that goal. The Villa fans are pleased enough. Gary Shaw shook off Ken McNaught. Walters had Webb with him, and the ball straight through the goalkeeper to give Villa a 2-1 lead after 36 minutes. So Aston Villa come from behind to take the lead. Cross. Thompson! Oh, I say, this is some game. It's 2-2. Villa's defenders arguing among themselves as Albion congratulate Gary Thompson. And also Nicky Cross, who got the ball in from the right-hand side. Thompson jumping at the near post area and flicking his header majestically into the net. Inquests in the Villa ranks, but within 2 minutes of going behind, Albion are level again. And what a fine first half the fans have got here now in terms of entertainment. For the moment, attackers very much in the ascendancy, and corners being conceded as a way out. And on the first day of the season, who's complaining about that? Oh, and with Shaw. Where's it all going to stop? Gary Shaw for Aston Villa makes it 3-2. Peter With causing unrest inside the area from the corner, and Shaw pouncing to score what for him was a typical goal. So last season's top scorer with 24 goals for Aston Villa, Gary Shaw, puts them in front at 3-2 with 3 minutes still remaining in the first half. There goes Gary Owen. There's Walters with any attack's dangerous at the moment. Gerbishley unable to find Williams, but Villa Park buzzing with 5 goals to talk about in the first half. It's not over yet. That was Nicky Cross to Zondervan, who started it all off, and he's got Regis going through for Albion. What a fine save by Spink. And Regis has got the ball back, and he scored. Amazing. After the goalkeeper had done so well, Villa made a mess of it, and Cyril Regis retrieved the ball and promptly made the score 3-3. Well, I've been commentating for Match of the Day for 12 years. I can't recall a first half when I've seen 6 goals, 3 to each side. It's just the start that the season, never mind the fans at Villa Park, required from 2 of our top clubs. Not sure the defenders will agree with my sentiments, or indeed the managers, but on the other hand, if it's going to end 3-3, it's a lot better than ending 0-0. The first half. Well, what a first half. So, Albion start the second half. And no doubt the sentiments of the crowd very much akin to mine. Can we possibly see second 45 minutes with he's got his arms round the neck of Alan Webb, and one way or another it's getting quite physical. Ormsby! And it's his first ever goal for Aston Villa, Brendan Ormsby. And what a day to choose when he's brought in to replace the departed Ken McNaught. He comes in with the header to put his side ahead by 4 goals to 3. Well, if I'm not mistaken, this is the third time Villa have been in the lead. They went ahead 2-1, 3-2, and now 4-3, courtesy of Brendan Ormsby, who didn't even play a league game last season. Curvishly to Walters. Now McMahon, who can find Williams on the right. In for Gary Shaw. Bennett wasn't tight. It was the second time and considered the corner. Away by Joe. And Albion will have to be quick now. Robson. So Aston Villa start the season with a win, and Brendan Ormsby, coming into the side after the sale of Ken McNaught to the Albion, scores the winning goal, his first in league football. And for these supporters, a day to remember. 7 goals, an abundance of incident. When Albion look back, they might say in a sober moment that they were without 3 first-choice defenders, and they also missed a great chance to make it 4-4. But surely some snappy headline writer will call this opening day a thriller at the Villa.
Manchester United and Queen's Park Rangers to follow that.
For the past 11 seasons, United have been the best supported club in Britain, with crowds averaging between 41 and 55,000. The team they've come to see today was the same side which beat Liverpool at Wembley last week, so Ray Wilkins stays in with the promise from manager Ron Atkinson that if he continues to produce his Wembley form, Wilkins will keep his place. Well, Rangers have also had to cope with injuries and suspensions. Terry Fenwick and Steve Wicks are among those not available, and with new signing Mike Fillery not yet attuned to the Rangers style, he's named as substitute. So United in red, Queen's Park Rangers in the blue and white hoops. The pitch is perfectly green, an ideal setting for a season that starts with real optimism on this ground at least, and a season that started with a bang, literally, for Simon Steinrod. And a little word in the ear of the aggressor, Gordon McQueen. So Rangers, who pride themselves on their ability from free kicks, have a very early opportunity to show First Division crowds and defenders what they can produce. A lot of movement by Queen's Park Rangers here. Teed up for Flanagan, and a goal kick, the outcome. Stapleton, difficult bounce. Didn't know where it was, but Micklewhite did. Warren Neal for Queen's Park Rangers. Easy for McQueen. Muren under pressure here. Albiston got a touch on, and that's a Rangers throw. Roeder turned it forward, straight to McQueen though. Here's Stapleton, what a lovely through ball. Whiteside is onside, Stapleton's up with him as well. Well, Norman Whiteside, by his own admission, isn't as sharp at the moment as he was last season. But how well he took up the position to receive that fine through ball from Frank Stapleton. It really was beautifully judged by the number 9. Whiteside onside, took it on, thought about feeding it back to Stapleton, but in the end, pulled his shot wide. Stapleton. And is that a penalty? It must have been mighty close. Duxbury Takes the return ball superbly. Hucker's done well, and is there the penalty? Yes, this time it is. Well, Jeff Bray, the referee, refused the first appeal by Manchester United, but not the second. Stapleton going down under that first tackle. United wanted a penalty then. The ball spun away. It was a lovely through ball by Robson to Duxbury, and as Hucker came out, he brought down the right back, and a penalty it is. And in the absence of the normal penalty taker, Steve Coppell, Arnold Muren, who scored once from the spot last season, has the opportunity to give Manchester United their first league goal, and does so. Ten minutes gone, and the Stretford End celebrate United's first goal in 83-84. Muren stroking the ball confidently with that trusted left foot, sending Hucker the wrong way. Manchester United 1, Queen's Park Rangers 0. Well, Rangers can have no real complaints, because I must say it seemed to me the initial challenge on Stapleton was worthy of a penalty. But justice sorted itself out pretty quickly as far as United were concerned. Here's Wilkins. Now it's a real test of this young Rangers side. The very start they didn't want. And one or two tackles coming in from Rangers players that haven't pleased the referee, this time from Bob Hazel. And he's really lecturing the number 5. Ulverston's free kick. Hazel gets it clear. Robson. This is Muren. Oh, what a lovely piece of play. Ulverston. Good clearance by Waddock. United buzzing. Muren forward. Roda. Perhaps had more time than he realised. McQueen. Waddock forward. Being chased here by Allen. This could be dangerous, but Duxbury's so quick. What an improved player Mike Duxbury is. Stapleton got up well, right side with a layoff, but Gregory collects. Stainrod, Waddock, and this is Flanagan. Dawes doing well. Well, he'd done so well initially, but then thought that Flanagan was further up than he was. Now there's a space where Dawes should be, and Whiteside is instead. Graham with him. Wilkins. Duxbury in a good position here. 3 players in the centre for him. It goes towards Stapleton! What a superb goal by Frank Stapleton. 17 minutes gone, and Manchester United go 2 ahead with a beauty. Great build-up by United. The ball pushed wide to Duxbury in the outside right position. The cross was perfect. Stapleton loves those. That's his first of the season. United's second of the game. Manchester United 2, Queen's Park Rangers 0. And Rangers are finding their baptism in the First Division. A very, very difficult one indeed. A long ball in towards Stainrod here. And that was rather unnecessary. But nice to see a smile anyway. Stainrod. Well, the United faithful have turned out in force again here at Old Trafford and must be very pleased with the first half performance of their side. 2 goals in the first 17 minutes, a beautiful header by Frank Stapleton, and the penalty before that, converted confidently by Arnold Muren, have given them a 2-0 lead, and one which they richly deserve. Well, I know United pride themselves on their youth policy, but this is crazy. But a great moment for these 2 youngsters, one they'll remember forever. So United start the second half attacking their favourite Stretford End away to the left. And history not really on the side of Rangers reversing the trend of this game. They've played at Old Trafford 6 times before in the First Division and lost every one of them. United, incidentally, were unbeaten at home throughout the whole of last season. Muren winning the first challenge with Micklewhite. McQueen finding Graham, who finds Stapleton. Graham takes over. Whiteside in the box. Here's Wilkins. What a lovely little return ball, but offside. But Wilkins with the perfect wall pass to Graham. Wasn't that perfect, of course, because the receiver was offside. That's a much more competitive game at the moment than it was at any stage of the first half. Muren forward, Stapleton in space. What a good header by Roda, and Dawes was right behind him. Gregory. Here's Waddock. More movement from Rangers in this second half. People taking up more intelligent positions, like Allen here. What a good turn as well. And the shot. Oh, it's in! What a lovely goal by Clive Allen. 10 minutes gone in the second half, and Clive Allen rewards Queen's Park Rangers for their best spell of the match. A lovely through ball. Allen had got away from the defender, turned superbly, and then the shot found the net off the upright. Manchester United 2, Queen's Park Rangers 1, and Rangers are now making a game of it. A goal they deserved, really. Greater confidence and aggression they came out with at the start of this second half. And as I was just saying when the goal went in, much more movement from their front players, which Allen displayed perfectly. But here goes Ulverston. And the cross. It comes to Whiteside. Now Micklewhite. Ron Atkinson has moved from the stand to the bench, and I suppose that's a tribute to the way Rangers have started this half. Here's Allen. Gregory doing well. Here's Micklewhite, tackled by Ulverston. Comes back to him though, and Allen is in space here, and has done well. Can he finish? Oh, it was agonisingly close for Clive Allen. Well, they really battled to win that one, did Queen's Park Rangers, threading it through. Allen took it on, beat the defender, struck it, and whereas his first shot had hit the post and gone in, this one went just wide. Not long to go now. Stapleton. Graham on the left. Stapleton lets it go. Muren! Oh, what a beauty! Arnold Muren, 3-1 to Manchester United with only seconds remaining. What a lovely goal. Muren came in, sent the ball arrowing into the net. Hucker never had a hope. Manchester United 3, Queen's Park Rangers 1. A memorable goal by Arnie Muren. Struck with ferocious power, and Rangers' brave attempt to rescue a point is over. That's the final whistle. It's a long time to wait to see if United do win the league, and Terry Venables looks disappointed, but need not be by his side's second half performance. United swamped Rangers in the first half, but how well Rangers came back at them, only to be killed off in the end by a quite magnificent goal from Arnold Muren. His second of the game. Stapleton got the other. Manchester United 3, Queen's Park Rangers 1. A very satisfying opening to the new season at Old Trafford.